Let's actually switch it up. I want to switch it up to NBA.
Ooh, right, we're talking about the NBA?
Yeah, let's switch it up to the NBA. Travis has a pair of questions he wants to ask. And I'll save what I think is the best one for last. But I want to start with the first one. The Brooklyn Nets now are sitting at top in the East. As kind of expected, 13-5 right now. Sitting over the Bulls and the Heat, but they've also both lost those games to both of those teams. But the main question is, with Kyrie Irving out, so the big three is not complete, is a guy like Lamarcus Aldridge good enough to be that number 3 star?
That's the thing about Lamarcus Aldridge. He's so old. He moves like everything hurts.
He was almost ready to get rid of basketball because of medical reasons in the first place.
He definitely should not be playing basketball anymore. But he is a solid player. I'm going to say no. I think in the playoffs, Lamarcus Aldridge is not going to be able to dominate in the paint, at the mid-range, anywhere that the Nets need him to. So they need either Blake Griffin to find a fountain of youth and be able to do windmill East Bay dunks again. Patty Mills to step it up.
Yeah.
Or that Bruce Brown dude, whatever.
Yes, Bruce Brown.
Because I don't think Aldridge is going to cut it.
No, he's not.
I don't think he is.
For me, I do think Aldridge makes a good third option. You know, he's still veteran. He's not playing at the same level as he was back when he was in San Antonio and early in Portland. Yeah. But he's a veteran, and he's a smart player. But I think there's a big difference when you say you're a third option on a team compared to a third star on the team.
Yeah.
A star is someone who's playing at a top all-star level. He's not playing at that level.
He's just a role player.
He's a good role player. He fits in well, but they still need Kyrie Irving.
In this day and age, every team has 3 stars. Every team that's gonna win. Every team's gonna win.
Either they have 3 stars or they have quite literally a complete roster, like the Warriors.
Yeah.
And the Warriors have just top to bottom.
But now you guys are probably gonna have 3 stars.
And now we're gonna get Klay Thompson.
Yeah. So I don't think the Nets. They're gonna have to either make a move. Maybe there's another buyout this year or something. Or the Nets are going to have to really train some of these younger dudes.
Yeah.
Or these lower class guys because Lamarcus Aldridge is not going to do the job.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it as a third option. Right now he's the third scorer on the team, but I don't think that cuts it. Next one. The Grizzlies right now, they're sitting at the 6th seed right now, 9-8.
Yeah.
Just above the play-in game. Are they a sleeper team?
See, this is the thing. With the Memphis Grizzlies, you think Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson, I think Jonas Valanciunas is on the team. Besides that, they don't really have much else. But what they do have is one of the most electric players we have in this league, Ja Morant.
Ja Morant.
He does not care. He will try to jump over you every game. He'll try to dunk on you every game. He gives 100% effort on both offense and defense. I think they are a sleeper team because of that. But what they do need is Jaren Jackson to step up because he needs to be that number 2. And I still haven't seen it that consistently this year. But Ja has scored 40 points. I think he even scored 50 this year. And I think because of that makes the Grizzlies dangerous. But are they a sleeper team to win deep in the playoffs? No. But I do think they are a sleeper team that can give their first round matchup a little bit of a trouble. A little bit of, competition. Just depends who they get.
I don't think I can call them a sleeper team. I think we're wide awake on who they really are. They're a good team, but they're not ready yet. I don't think they're ready yet. Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson, but like you said, I haven't seen them come into their own yet. They're a young team, and they're going to be dangerous in the future. Most definitely, I can say that. But right now, I'm not ready to call them a sleeper team because even now, I wouldn't be willing to say they're better than Denver, who they're above on in the record right now. They're not better than Portland. I don't think. And the Lakers. In the end, as bad as the Lakers have been playing, which is pretty bad, I'd still take the Lakers over the Memphis Grizzlies. Just they're a bigger team. They got more veteran presence. I just don't think they're ready yet. You know, their defense is what's struggling right now. Offensively, they look good, but defensively, they need to kind of figure things out. I do think they have a good coach. It's just them for developing. And I think Memphis knows this too. They know they're a team that's developing.
The Grizzlies are so young, they really can try a lot, give a lot of effort in the regular season.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like they can, maybe they even get higher in the standings.
Because here's what I'm going to say. I get when you say a sleeper team, the first team that I think of as like a sleeper team last year would be the Hawks. Mm-hmm. And how they were a sleeper team.
They were young.
You know, they were young. You know, they had players who were stepping up. And then when they came to actually being in the playoffs, you saw the difference.
Yeah. I
don't see that from this Memphis team. Me personally, I don't see it. Not yet. Oh. I'm going to give it one more year for them.
Okay.
Now, this is the good one.
Yeah, this is the good one I got. So, listen, I think that there's a lot of good players in our league. Point guard, great. So, small forward,
Small forward pretty much have the best players in
always
the league.
For a long time.
The forwards, yeah.
Power forward, we have Giannis. Mm-hmm. Center, we have some great players.
Yeah.
Shooting guard, I think, is the most lacking. Besides, you know, obviously Giannis is like one of the best players, but there's not many after him. But shooting guard, James Harden is kind of a shooting guard.
He's hybrid. I think he's more a point guard. I classify him as a point guard.
Yeah, so, you know, but if we're not saying James Harden, who are the top 3 shooting guards in the league?
So if we're not saying James Harden.
Obviously, I mean, you could say James Harden is.
Like, I put him there because he was listed there, but I'll go with it. Because I think I have another one in mind.
Okay.
I'll dance with that.
Okay. So
I had just, I had James Harden 1. Although I think he's had an off season. And I'm not too big much of a James Harden fan. Because to be honest, I do think a lot of his points come through the free throw line.
They do.
If we're going to be quite honest.
They do.
He is a great player at drawing the fouls, but I don't think as a pure scorer, I think he's a little overrated with that.
Yeah, and that's what shooting guards should be.
And they need to be pure scorers and be able to score in any situation. I haven't seen that from him at all. So, in like the playoffs or in big moments.
So I think mine is a little controversial.
Go ahead.
Because people aren't going to think the same way that I do. My top spot.
Oh, we're going one first? You want to go?
Should I go my one
Just
first?
go.
My number 1 player at the shooting guard position, taking out James Harden, is Bradley Beal. Now listen to this.
Yeah, I know why you say people don't agree with you, because I don't.
Now listen. This is why I say this. You put Bradley Beal in the same situation that James Harden is. They're going to be a great team. Now, you put him in the same position as Devin Booker. That he's not going to score 6 in the finals. Bradley Beal's not going to do that. And he's on the Wizards, so I feel like we haven't been able to see what he really can do. Because he's always been on a team where they're not contending for anything.
I mean, they're the 4 now. So they dropped since the 1.
This is regular season. But, realistically, the Wizards are not. They've never really been a contending team.
Yeah.
Now, Donovan Mitchell, he's my number 2. Donovan Mitchell is extremely athletic, plays good defense, great defense, actually. Mm-hmm. And he carries his team. He comes to play every single night.
Yes.
But I have to put him over Devin Booker.
Okay.
Because Devin Booker, in the finals, he showed me a lot. I wanted him to be the number 1 shooting guard in the league. Mm-hmm. And he didn't come to play in the finals.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I lost a lot of respect for Devin Booker.
Okay. Now let me just mention this. There's 2 guys that I feel like worth mentioning. Klay Thompson. Mm-hmm. Had Klay Thompson been healthy in any of these 2 years, Klay Thompson would still be a top 3 shooting guard in the league. Mm-hmm. I can guarantee that. I don't know how he's going to return now coming off of 2 injuries.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully, he's, the same player he once was, but it's highly unlikely. He'll still be good, I think. There's another player. I was thinking about it. I was about to put him on here, and then I realized that he's not technically listed as a shooting guard anymore. He was early in his career. DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, yeah.
DeMar DeRozan was listed as a shooting guard back in Toronto.
Yeah.
And he's kind of moved to more of this, and even early in San Antonio, but he's moved more to the small forward position. Had he been listed as a shooting guard, and we wanted to be exact.
For this season, yeah.
He would have been number 1 on my list.
Yeah.
I would have said that. But he's not. So, at number 1 for me, is Donovan Mitchell. For me, I got to put Mitchell 1. I've been riding high on Donovan Mitchell. I think he's a great finisher to the basket. He's a great shooter. But where he's really improved is his playmaking ability. And he's averaging about 6 to 7 assists per game. I'll get the exact right now. But defensively, like you said, his defensive skills have gone up completely. And that's where him and Booker differ.
Yeah, completely.
Because we saw Booker's defense get a little exposed in those finals compared to Mitchell. Because Booker was racking up fouls. Because they were just going after him and working him and working him and
like
working
playing
him.
defense.
Yeah, and he's not a great defender. But for Mitchell, I see it all right now. I see it all. Actually, my bad. It's 5 assists per game. Either way, I've seen him have games where he's gotten 10 assists, and when he's put in that playmaker spot, he does his thing. And it's a defense that really stands out to me with Donovan Mitchell. And then becoming a better shooter now over the years. He has a 43% field goal percentage. That's really good. So I like Donovan Mitchell at that number 1 spot. 2, as I just mentioned, Devin Booker. In the end, despite Booker having those off finals, I think early on so far this year, he's looked very good. I think he's looked very good. He
does have the highest scoring game of our generation.
Yes, and in the end, he's just a great pure scorer. Yeah. But I want to see more from him completely.
Yeah.
The reason he's up here in the top 3 is because he's such a dangerous scorer and such a lethal scorer.
He doesn't have the playmaking like
but
that.
I want to see it all.
Yeah.
I want to see collectively Devin Booker's play entirely develop defensively.
Just scoring.
Yeah, he's just scoring. I want to see him get playmaking in a little more. I want to see him be a little more effective on the defensive end as well. Once he does that, then we can start talking about number 1. So number 3, I'll put the other Bulls shooting guard here. Zach LaVine. Yeah, sorry. Bradley Beal to me, and I guess I'll address this point right now. Bradley Beal, I'm sorry. Even last year, I thought he was getting a little overhyped in the sense that he was averaging 30 points per game. Sorry, I get distracted with that fly. He was averaging 30 points per game last year, right? And people were trying to consider him a top shooting guard in the league. But the reason I still didn't see it even then is because I don't see Bradley Beal's complete game. Just like Devin Booker, I don't see it all. He's actually improved in his assists and his playmaking skills, but in the rest of his game, I don't see it. He's still in a sense a defensive liability at this point. So I'm not ready to give it to Beal. The guy who I see who has a little bit more of a complete game as a shooting guard is Zach LaVine. He's a shooter. He's a finisher. He does have a little bit of playmaking in him. He has a little bit of playmaking in him. And obviously, the Bulls are one of the best defensive teams in the league. And that's definitely thanks to Zach LaVine as well. That's what completes Zach LaVine as well. He's a great defender. So I got to put Zach LaVine at the 3 spot. He's a hard worker, and he's definitely earned his spot to get here in the top 3.
I really like that. I just feel, when you're on bad teams, I feel like every other player on this list is on a good team. Bradley Beal, I feel like it's kind of like what we seen with LeBron when he was on the Cavs with no one on his team. He couldn't play defense anymore. Okay. Because he has to do all the offense. And I feel like it's the same thing with Bradley Beal.
So then me, just to argue with your point, because I'm petty, I guarantee you, you said that Bradley Beal wouldn't have scored 6 against Devin Booker. I guarantee you Bradley Beal wouldn't have had a good scoring game against the way Jrue Holiday was playing in that finals. And he wouldn't have been better defensively. He wouldn't have brought much more. So for me, I can't put Bradley Beal there. I'm sorry. It's Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker.
Bradley Beal's after that? He's not even next?
No, he's next. He's next.
All right.
He's next. There's a lot of... Jaylen Brown, no, not ready.
Obviously, with what people are showing, my list kind of looks like yours. I would still put Bradley Beal over Zach LaVine. But what they've shown, Donovan Mitchell would be my number 1.
Okay. Yeah, see, I can respect it, though. Like, I can respect your list. In the end, Donovan Mitchell and Booker seem to be the 2 constants. In the end, James Harden... Has he played more like a shooting guard?
He's a point guard on the Nets.
But he's a point guard on the Nets right now.
Yeah.
Especially with
Kyrie out.
All right. Now let's switch it all the way back. Let's go to week 11. Week 12. My apologies.
Week 12.
Week 12 of the NFL season. Wow,
it's kind of zooming by.
This is flying by. We're about to get to playoffs before you know it.
Oh, man. We got 6 weeks left?
One thing I hate about the NFL, man. This stuff goes by so fast.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah, man.
We got Thanksgiving football this week, which means the Lions and the Cowboys are playing again, as always.
Why is it always the Lions and the Cowboys?
It's tradition, man. It
But why, I understand the Cowboys, but why the Lions?
It's tradition.
The Lions?
Hey, come on, man. The city of Detroit's got to have something. They got to have something. But let's start off with their game. They're hosting the Bears. Now, Justin Fields got hurt mid-game. It's kind of questionable if he plays. Andy Dalton, they'll look good, the Red Rifle.
Man, Lions get their first dub?
Oh, wait, my bad. Andy Dalton, the Ginger Goat, that's what people like to call him.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think the Lions get their first one?
No.
Okay, cool.
Guys, if the Lions get a dub this year, I will definitely be completely amazed.
Really? So you don't think the Lions get a win at all this
season? I don't
season?
think they get a win at all. I think they want to get the number 1 pick. They want to. That's their goal for this season.
Okay. I can agree. Looking at the whole schedule.
Yeah.
But no, actually, you know what? No.
I
think the Lions get someone, but I don't think it's the Bears this week.
No.
The Bears seems like, here's the thing. I think the Lions are going to get a team it's not going to be obvious.
It's going to be a team
They're
that's
going to catch them off guard.
Like a team like the Vikings or something.
It's going to watch.
Yeah.
So, I think the Lions don't get the Bears. It's too obvious. For a team like this, no, that's too obvious. They got to go for bigger. They got to go better. The Lions aren't going to get them. They'll get a bigger team, and we'll go to that team when the week comes.
Man.
But I got to go with the Bears this week.
All
Next
right.
one. Dude, you get a Thanksgiving game this year. The Raiders take on the Cowboys. Thanksgiving Day.
Guys, if this has got to be the start. The Raiders don't win this game.
Think it's all downhill from here?
It's time to wrap it up.
So are you going to go for the Raiders, though? Like you've been doing all season. You've been predicting Raiders.
I never turn my back on my team. No matter what time it is of the day.
Travis.
Nighttime. Morning time. 2 a.m. Still diehard Raiders.
Travis is you're going against the Jedi way here, and you're letting your heart control control yourself.
I'm definitely not locking the Raiders.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that.
Still, you're letting your heart get in the way here. This is in Dallas, and I know Dallas is hurt and banged up right now. But I just think this Raiders morale is down right now, man, and it sucks to see. It does. I'm not as much as like I go against Travis. I'm actually not a Raider hater. Like Travis is a Niner hater.
Yeah, I hate the Niners.
But it just from a logical perspective, I just have to see this. I'm like, no. This team's morale is down. It's all over the place right now. Their minds aren't.
And this is going to be 4 days after they just lost.
Yeah, 4 days after a big loss now. I think it's a couple in a row. 3 in a row?
We have 3 in a row. We lost to the Giants, and then we lost to 2 good teams.
Yeah. And the Cowboys just had a loss, which I think hurts you even more.
Yeah.
Because now you get a motivated Dallas. Dallas doesn't want to lose 2 times in a row either. They think they're too good for that.
Oh,
obviously. So I got to go Cowboys. Now, to finish off Thanksgiving, we got the trash Bills versus the sorry Saints. Now, I say this because the Bills have lost 2 of their last 3, and the Saints have lost 3 in a row. Ever since losing Jameis Winston, they haven't won a game, which shows how valuable Jameis Winston was to that team.
But
in New Orleans.
But the Bills were a number 1 team at some point. So there's no way that they lose to the New Orleans Saints, even though the Saints had a good week 1. But we later on
Jameis Winston. Yeah, I don't think they beat a Jameis Winston less Saints. I was losing myself there a little bit, but a Saints team without Jameis Winston, I don't think they lose. They're not that bad.
So I'm going with the Bills.
I have to go Bills too, and I'm putting them as a lock.
Oh,
yeah, snuck that in there. I got Bills as a lock. Next one, Steelers versus Bengals in Cincinnati.
Oh my gosh! You know the Steelers, they had a good game against the Chargers, Joe.
Yeah,
they looked okay, man. You know the special teams did a little. Mm-hmm. I don't care.
You don't care?
Joe Mixon was running all over us. Shows me that he can run. TJ Watt, I don't even think I've been seeing him. He's been hurt.
He's been hurt.
Jamar Chase. Who's going to stop him? Nobody.
Well, yeah, with their injuries in the secondary right now too.
Yeah. T. Higgins, who's gonna stop him?
It's a good trio. Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, there's nobody gonna stop him. I'm going with the Bengals.
Okay, I'm going Bengals too. It's at home. That's my biggest thing. Next one. Oh, this is a good one. The Colts just upset the Bills in Buffalo.
Oh.
Do they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and do the same?
This is going to be a good game, I feel like.
This is going to be a really good game. I'm so close to considering this my game of the week.
But, let's be honest here. The Bucs, one of their biggest standpoints that they have on their team is their linebackers. They have the best linebacking group in the league. Mm-hmm. So, Jonathan Taylor is not going to rush for 5 touchdowns. If he rushes for 5 touchdowns,
more power to him.
Hey. I guess he's the best running back of all time. If he runs for 5 touchdowns on these linebackers right here.
But
I have a lock on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh no, see that's really bold. That's extremely bold. Holy, I can't do that. I can't do that, and I have to go as far as saying I can't even go for the Bucs. I think the Colts are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. And I'll say it again, which I have said probably every single episode this year.
They're better than their record shows.
The Colts are much better than a 6-5 team, even after beating the Bills. I like this Colts team. I think the Colts take them. I think the Colts take them at home.
I think it's a possibility,
at
but
home.
They have Tom Brady
at
on
home.
their team.
The fans are gonna be fired up, especially after that win. I think the Colts take out the Bucs at home. Next one. Panthers versus Dolphins. Tua versus Cam. Cam looked very good last week. Had a very good game.
He did.
Does that happen again this week?
Yes, it does.
Do they get the win now with this?
Yes, they do.
Okay, I agree. Next one. Titans versus Patriots. The Titans coming off a sorry loss.
Ooh, man.
And this is another contender from probably my hottest team in the NFL right now at this moment. I'd say I'd put them and the Colts right next to each other. The Patriots.
So you know what? I gotta go along with what you said. Gonna go with the Patriots.
I'm going
as a
Patriots.
lock.
As a lock.
As a lock.
I gotta go Patriots.
Who? Mac Jones.
I gotta go Patriots. Next one. Eagles versus Giants.
See, this is one of them ones. This is one of those.
This could get you.
This is one of those.
This can get you.
I have the Giants written down. I low key want to go with the Eagles.
You choose what you want to go with. I don't know.
I'm gonna go Giants.
You're gonna go Giants. I like the way the Eagles have been playing these last few weeks, man. And I said I have to have one bold guarantee. This is a dangerous one, but I gotta lock the
most dangerous one,
especially in New York. I gotta lock the Eagles up. I'm locking the Eagles up.
All right, we'll see how that one plays out.
Yeah, but I'm gonna lock up the Eagles for this one. I like the way they've been playing. I like the way Jalen Hurts looks. Next one, Falcons versus Jags. Now I want to say this one can get to you, but then again, it's not like the Falcons versus the Panthers. This is Jacksonville we're talking about. So for me, I gotta go Falcons.
I wanted to go Jaguars. I even wrote them down. And then I looked at some highlights of the Falcons, and I seen Kyle Pitts torturing people. Mm-hmm. I have to go with the Falcons.
This is still a good Falcons team. Good enough to beat this Jacksonville
Matt Ryan
team.
just needs to go. You guys need a quarterback. That's the biggest thing, I think.
Matt Ryan's career is coming to an end. You can feel it.
It's over.
Next one. Jets versus Texans. Dang, another one that can get you.
Oh my God! Why are they all playing each other, Dro? They're all playing each other. Are you serious?
All right. You know what? I'm gonna. I don't know who I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Texans.
I'm gonna go Jets.
I am. See, he just wants competition. That's
I want to go Jets.
But I gotta go Texans because I think they've been the more competitive team against better teams.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For me, that's the only way you can determine it though with these teams, really.
I feel like I've seen some star players on the Jets, Michael Carter and Elijah Moore. So them two, I think that they might get the dub for the Texans.
We'll see. Next one, Chargers versus Broncos in Denver. Division matchup.
This is a division matchup.
Those are the ones that get you.
Yeah, the Broncos could win. Obviously, the Chargers are the favorites.
Of course.
But I don't care about the Broncos. Yeah. So I'm going to go with the Chargers.
I'm going Chargers, too, as a lock.
Oh.
In Denver.
That's a little bold.
It is. Because they could Easily get got. The Denver is a team that's gotten many good teams.
Yeah, they're not a bad team.
They're not a bad team. But I got to go Chargers, I think. I think the Chargers could be riding a little high off of their big-time win at home.
Oh. What's this next game, Joe?
Is this your game of the week?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
It's not, because it's not mine either. Which means we might have the same game of the week, maybe. Either way. Rams versus Packers. 2 teams with only 3 losses. The Rams coming off a bye week going into Lambeau. Odell Beckham probably knows the playbook a little more, so I expect Odell Beckham to definitely get a lot more reps now.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stafford, they're coming off a rough game against the Niners. Do the Rams get Green Bay after their loss? And do they go into Lambeau Field and get them?
See.
It's a rough one.
They got the bad man over there, Joe.
Yep.
They got the bad man, but the Rams have a lot of bad mans. They
You think
have
this?
Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. Matthew Stafford, I think, is a bad man, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Rams.
Wow. So now you think this Rams team with the roster is going to start living up to their roster?
Yep.
You expect
100%.
that?
And because of the fact that Jair Alexander isn't playing,
Yeah, at this point, Jair's not playing.
Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham.
Think field day? You're thinking
Field day, 200 yards. Combination for both of them.
All right. Me. Again, this thing that's holding down the Rams team is their running game. I think that's going to hurt them. I got Green Bay in Lambeau. In the end, too, it's Aaron Rodgers on the other side and Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And Marquez Valdez.
And Scanling's looking like a good number 2, and Randall Cobb's looking solid. You know, and you got A.J. Dillon, who's stepping up with Aaron Jones' absence.
Mm-hmm.
I like this Packers team. I do. I think they're primed for another NFC Championship loss. But, you know. No?
Who are they losing to?
Oh, no. It's just an NFC Championship loss.
Okay,
It doesn't matter who. They just always find a way to lose.
Okay. Sounds like you're just trying to talk up your Niners here.
No.
As we talk about your 49ers.
Either way, the Packers, I think, get the Rams here. I do think they're a little more prepared and a little more of a... I think the chemistry's there a little more for the Packers. This is my game of the week. I don't know if it's yours. It's
why is it your game of the week?
Well, because it's 2 teams now with the same record, both fighting for the 6th seed. The winner of this game takes the 6th seed.
There's no bias in here?
No bias. This is a home game for the Niners,
okay.
Hosting the Minnesota Vikings, fighting for the 6th seed. This has a lot of playoff implications. This is a huge game as it gives one team the advantage over another for a playoff spot.
Man.
Is this your game of the week?
This is not my game of the week.
Ah, so then your game of the week is that game. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way.
What do you think is going to happen in this game, Joe? No bias. No bias here.
I haven't been biased this season. I haven't been biased this season.
49ers or the Vikings, man.
I haven't been biased this season with my Niners. Not even close. But the one thing I have to say is despite how good Minnesota looks, they are a team that finds ways to lose.
Ooh.
They are a team that finds ways to lose. They truly are.
And who are they going to lose to, Joe?
They're going to lose to the Niners.
The Santa Clara 49ers, baby. Great America 49ers.
The Great America 49ers. Yeah, no, I think the Niners are, the way they look right now, I think they could put pressure on Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
And I think in the end, that Vikings defense is not good. It's not good. And that could be a big help to the Niners, in the passing game.
Yeah.
But let's see.
I'm going to be honest here. I think the Niners are going to win this game.
You think the Niners?
But I'm a Niner hater, so I'm going to go with the Vikings.
That's got to be the most Travis thing I've ever heard right there.
Being honest here, I think the Niners are going to win this game, but Kirk Cousins I think is better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Solely because you're just a hater. You're going to choose the Vikings. You're going to put your own lead. You're going to put your lead at risk.
That's exactly why I'm choosing the Vikings.
You're just a hater, bro. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right. Let's go to your game of the week.
My game of the week, we got the Ravens going up against the Cleveland, Ohio, LeBron James Browns. And guess what? Both teams do not know how to pass the ball.
Yep.
So, you know who they got on one side? They got Nick Chubb, which is cute. But over there, they got a better man.
Another one.
They got Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson! And he's going to run all over the Browns. Myles Garrett's going to think he's going to tackle him. Ooh! 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 To the casa. And I think the Ravens are going to destroy the Browns.
Wow, but that's your game of the week, though.
But Nick Chubb's also going to destroy the Ravens.
Oh, so you're expecting a shootout.
So I'm expecting both running games to be very efficient. And it'll be a great game to watch.
All right. I like that.
Ravens as a lock.
The Browns are in desperation mode right now. Mm-hmm. They need a win to stay in this playoff race. Baker, obviously banged up, has not looked like the same Baker Mayfield that we saw at the end of last year.
Terrible.
He's just been completely. I don't know if it's these injuries getting to him. Like it's truly the shoulder.
Let's just say he's trash.
Okay, he looks trash this year. And I don't want to go as far as to say it's just Baker's trash. Period. I know he's going through a lot of injuries. I don't truly know how much of an effect they're having on him. Okay.
I'm writing down Baker's trash on my paper.
He is. I gotta go Ravens. When they get Lamar Jackson back off of that illness, I do think this Ravens team, they got a big win against Chicago even without Lamar Jackson. That's huge to their morale. Yeah. And now they get him back.
And Lamar Jackson didn't have to play a game this past week, so
he's got more
gonna be a little fresh.
He's gonna be. I think he got a much needed bye week for him, if we're gonna be honest. And it's at home for the Ravens. I gotta go Baltimore here. Because Baltimore is still fighting for that 1 seed.
Line on a line.
And then the last one. What a dud to end off what is a good week, really. Seahawks versus Washington on Monday Night Football. Let's just get this over with quickly. Washington got a big win against Carolina. Seattle had a big loss against Arizona and the Colt McCoy-led Cardinals. Colt McCoy now won 2 out of his 3 games for the Cardinals. Yes. Which is very impressive.
Why is there so many games that are just trash? Every game just seems trash. But I'm going to go with the people that don't have a logo.
You're going to go with Washington?
I'm going to go with the Washington.
You're going to go with the football team?
The football team. That's what I'm going with.
I'm going to go Seattle.
Okay.
I think even though Washington had a good game last week, Russell Wilson is bound to get his.
I hope he does. I really hope he does, because no one's going to watch Seahawks games anymore. As soon as Russell Wilson is gone, who are the Seahawks?
They have no identity.
They have no identity besides that.
But I guess we'll find out this upcoming Thanksgiving Day and Sunday as well. So that'll conclude it for this week's episode. I want to thank my co-host, Travis Dampierre,
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys eat great food on Thanksgiving. I'm going to be eating some ham.
Hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you guys next time.
Deuces!